Good morning. Today I am going to discuss about a topic which is known as vaccines. We will be discussing about the history and everything about the vaccine. So to begin with, what is vaccine? Okay, so vaccine, we all know that we have been through a pandemic since last 2 years. We have been going through the pandemic, and we all know that most of us have been vaccinated. So we all know the vaccine is something which is has the capability to elude the immune system inside our body. Okay, so there could be any type of antigens that we can say. Okay, antigens can be any foreign body which has the capability of producing any type of disease in the body. So it can be either a virus, it can be either a bacteria, or it can be parasites. Okay, either of the things, any of the things can has the capability to produce any kind of diseases which could be virulent in nature. So basically what vaccine does is it is a immunogen. Okay, immunogen, the meaning of the immunogen is that it has the capability to elude the immune system, that is the immune cells in our body. So the immune cells, those are the cells that that will be fighting against these antigens, which are the foreign bodies which is coming inside our body. So basically the vaccines, to begin with, to talk about the history of the vaccine. So previously what happened was, with these monks and all, they used to have the snake venom as the they used to drink the snake venom in order to get immunized against snake bites. Okay, so their body will be automatically generating the antibodies against those snake venom. Okay, so apart from that, there was something called as variolation. Okay, variolation is a technique. So what happened in that time period, in that era, there was a disease called as smallpox. So smallpox is a disease which caused a pandemic. Okay, so a lot of people was widely affected overall the world. Okay, in the entire world, a lot of people was affected by the smallpox disease. So smallpox is a viral infection. So variolation is a technique wherein people used to scratch out the skin and the live cell. Okay, in a very minute quantity they used to inject inside the skin. Okay, so what happened, this automatically started producing the antibodies against those virus. But what happened lately, that it is not a safer technique, because as we are inducing the live virus inside our body, there is always chances of getting infection rather than creating an immunity. There are chances, it depends upon people to people how the immune system would be reacting towards that particular technique. So it was seen that many of the people started having the smallpox. Okay, through the process of variolation, and due to which they were affected. So there comes a lot of nations like China and all. They used to do these variolation techniques. Okay, proceeding to that, there were Africa, Turkey, Europe, Americans. All these people started using the similar technique, as in that era, the vaccines were not developed in that point in time. So variolation was the only process that was possible to at least have a fight against, at least a few numbers of people tend to generate antibodies against those virus. So Edward Jenner is a scientist. In the year 1796 is the time period when he started studying about the smallpox. So how did he study was, what happened, the people who used to gather the milk in his house, so those people was infected by a disease called as cowpox. So he noticed that the people who was affected by the cowpox, okay, they didn't generate this smallpox. So he noticed that there could be certain connection between the cowpox and the smallpox. So he started gathering information about it. What did he do is, one day he took a person, okay, he took a small boy who was the kid of the person of a lady who used to come for the milking at his house, okay, Edward Jenner's house. So what did he do is he injected that kid, okay, that boy, with the cowpox virus. So cowpox is something which is not that virulent in human being when compared to a smallpox. So that kid generated cowpox. So after some days, after a few days, what did he do is the Edward Jenner, he inoculated the smallpox virus in that same kid. So it was seen that the kid did not got the smallpox, okay, he was not infected by the smallpox. So he understood that the people who has already got these the cowpox are immunized towards the smallpox. So that is when he got this idea of creating the vaccine using these cowpox. Apart from Edward Jenner, there is Louis Pasteur, okay, there apart from the smallpox there was a lot of other diseases like plague, it was cholera, there was tuberculosis, there was typhoid, a lot of disease, rabies. So all these diseases were the one which was affecting the humankind to a very larger extent. So Louis Pasteur in 1885 he found out he developed a vaccine for rabies. Okay, it was one of a greater impact because rabies is a disease which started affecting the neurons. Okay, people used to die because of that. So a lot of toxin and vaccines were created in the 1930s, 1890s and 1950 is a time period wherein a lot of vaccines were seem to be developed, and there were BCG. BCG is the one a vaccine which was fighting against tuberculosis, and still we give BCG to the people. And a lot of other scientists like Alexander Glennie, so he also he used a method which was used to inactivate the viruses. Okay, for example, he in the year 1923 he created a vaccine against tetanus, okay, tetanus toxin. So what did he do is the tetanus virus, okay, he inactivated the virus using formaldehyde. So what happened? The virus was not in a virulent format. Instead, it was in the suppressed format, and that exactly was used as the vaccine against the tetanus. So there are other techniques. You can heat kill the viruses. There is live attenuated vaccines. Okay, basically the virus, okay, their virulence factor is suppressed, so that whenever it is used as a vaccine, that is whenever we are taking it inside our body is not getting diseased. Instead, what is happening is it is creating a mimic, okay, it is mimicking our immune system just to elude them. So our body has the capability of the memory. So the next time whenever the same sort of antigen is affecting our body will be recognized, oh, this is the one which has been previously infected, so I know how to kill this kind of an antigen. So this is what exactly the vaccines will be doing. They will be creating a memory cell. So depending upon the dosages of the vaccine, it can last up to a few months. The capability of the vaccine could go to 1 month or 2 years, and some of the vaccines has the capability to fight against the particular disease for a lifetime. So depending upon how well active a vaccine can be, that is how we can check the efficacy of the vaccine. Okay, so thank you so much.